Welcome to this practice where you're invited to do as much or as little yoga as you'd like, depending on how you're feeling today. I'd like you to carefully notice how you feel without kind of comparing yourself to what you think other people have done, yoga poses and images you've seen, or even comparing yourself to me. As I'm just here to guide you through some yoga postures, but you've got the choice about doing them and changing them to suit your own body. So I'll be giving you lots of options to try. It's only if it feels right for you. Everything is optional. So I'd first like you to come to a seated position. This can be cross-legged, it can be kneeling, legs out in front of you, sat on a sofa, a chair, any seated posture that feels comfortable. And we're going to first focus on the senses. So gaze at a point somewhere on the floor or an object in front of you. And just think about the colours, what that object looks like, the sense of sight. And then you might want to think about sounds you can hear, whether they're nearby or far away. You might want to think about what you can smell or taste, or what you can feel, contact with whatever's beneath you, the temperature of the air around you. And all of these senses will help you think about noticing the present moment. Really useful thing. So you can choose, decide what to focus on, which one of the senses. And I'm inviting you to put aside things that have happened in the past or things that might be happening ahead, and instead just focus on right now by whichever sense you'd like to choose. And whilst you keep up that focus, I next want you to focus on your breathing alongside that, okay? So feel the air come gently in through your nose and out through your nose or mouth, whichever you prefer. And when you're ready, you could make your breaths deeper or longer if you'd like, all the while focusing on one of the senses as well as your breath. And now I want you to come back to normal breathing, so let go of the focus, let go of the longer breaths, and maybe just move around a bit if that feels good. I know some people don't like to sit still for very long, so jiggle around, do whatever you need to. And we're going to just add some small movements to your breath as well. So first of all, just your neck. As you breathe in, you look up. This could be a small amount, a large amount. Breathing out, you look down. So go with the speed of your own breath. Just with the neck. Relaxing everywhere else if you can. Arms, shoulders. Inhaling to look up and exhaling to look down. And now I want you to perhaps put your fingertips on your shoulders and lift your elbows up as you lift your gaze as well. So this is kind of just bringing the shoulders in. Exhale down, elbows down. Lots of yoga is breathing and moving. So we're just working neck, shoulders, upper back. And if that feels good or you want to add on, we can now just bring the arms in. So stretching out and then bringing the arms forward. Palms together as you breathe out. Inhaling, opening. This could be to the sides, to the front, to the sky or ceiling above you. You choose, or you could just be staying with the neck it's absolutely fine. Whatever movement feels good for you. One last big stretch, almost like a yawn in the morning. Exhaling. And then come back to sitting normally. Shake out arms, hands. And now I want you to stretch your legs out long in front of you. So if you're on a chair, this can be just your feet go away from you. The knees can be slightly bent in this position. And I want you to just think about doing any movement that feels good. So this could be wrists and ankles doing some circles. This can be stretching one arm forward and then stretching the other arm forward, and maybe looking over a shoulder as you exhale, look to the side, inhale to the front, exhale, a slight twist. Or you might just want to do this move, so arms and feet go forward. As you breathe in, fingertips and toes point up. As you breathe out, fingertips and toes point down. So finding some kind of movement, waking up the legs and the full arms, trying to stay sat up tall with your spine. Excellent. Whichever you prefer. Okay, we're now going to do a forward fold position. This can be seated, so you're just going to bring your torso towards the tops of your thighs. The knees can be bent, and you can keep your spine nice and long with the crown of your head reaching forward, or you could fold your body over your legs any amount. We're just carrying on breathing here, even though our torso may feel a bit constricted by bending forward. But keep breathing. You can come back to your focus on a sense, sight, sound. And if this feels too much in a seated position, what you can do is press into the feet. So step the feet, use your hands to walk yourself forward, and then bring yourself to a standing forward fold. So for this posture, and I'll come side on so you can see, your feet and knees can be bent, your feet pressing into the ground, and you're allowing the back of your head to relax, your arms to relax. You could be here, hip, anywhere, any distance, forward bending. Forward bends in yoga, really beneficial pose. And again, coming back to this breathing, or thinking about the senses in seated forward fold or standing forward fold. Relaxing if you can. Inhaling to send oxygen to your muscles. And exhaling to try and relax them. Next, if you're seated, I would like you to try to come to standing via this standing forward fold. Okay, so you're going to just press into the feet and gradually unfurl, slowly or more quickly, you decide, up to standing. And once you've come up to standing, we're going to come into a pose called mountain posture. So this is trying to look like a tall mountain, and that starts by thinking about your feet. Really think about all of the corners, the little toe, big toe, and either side of your heel feeling really firmly planted into the ground. I next want you to think about stacking your knees over your ankles and your hips above that, so your legs feel really balanced and even. And then your tailbone really tucked down towards the ground, your spine feeling nice and tall, and your shoulders above your hips. Neck and the head reaching up towards the sky, and your arms by your sides, but the palms just turn slightly to face forward, and you can, if you'd like, bring the fingers wide and spread if that feels nice and strong, or keep them together. And even if this arm position doesn't feel right, you can keep your arms down. Your arms are the sides of the mountain, and your head is the apex, the peak, nice and tall. Breathe and stay still in this pose if you like. Or if you'd want to bring in some movements, as we inhale, we lift the arms up as high as you'd like to go, and then exhale, lower them back down. Inhaling, lengthening, lifting. Exhaling, lowering and relaxing. And if this feels like you want to add another challenge, inhale, come up on the toes as you raise your arms. Keep the legs nice and straight. Exhaling, lowering the heels, lowering the arms. Once more, if you'd like, inhaling. If you wobble, it's okay. Focus on a gaze. Exhale, lower. And then come back to standing normally. Come back to noticing a gaze in front of you, and possibly just checking in again how you feel after those simple. Check in again how you feel after these poses and postures. Gently stretch and relax your body. And remember, you can do any of these poses through the rest of the day, anytime you'd like to feel stretched or relaxed.